Hold on, I'm just going to give a few minutes for things to kick in. Okay. I'm going to call this meeting to order. This is a special meeting of the City of Gloucester Licensing Board. Today is Tuesday, November 29, 2022, and the time is 6:31 p.m. This meeting is being recorded by video and audio in accordance with the state open meeting law pursuant to Chapter 107 of the Acts of 2022. This meeting will be conducted by remote participation. Additionally, all votes taken by the Gloucester Licensing Board during this and future remote meetings will be by roll call vote. If you're calling in on a phone, you can press *9 to speak. If you're watching on a computer or a device, there is a raised hand button, which is usually at the bottom of your screen, to request to speak when you tap it or press it. Please use either of these options during public comment or when we are going to discuss the renewal of your license. The public may not physically attend this meeting, but every effort will be made to allow the public to view and listen to this meeting in real time and participate when necessary. In addition, this meeting being recorded will be available on the City of Gloucester website, usually within 24 hours of it being recorded. So the meeting is called to order. I will start with introductions. My name is Melissa Prince. John
Lemerand.
Allison Madam. Thank you. Our awesome recording secretary. Public comment. Is there anyone that would like to address the board on a matter that is not on the agenda tonight? At each meeting, we allow the public to make public comments up to 3 minutes to address the board on a topic that they may have a concern about or would just like to speak to us about. So if there's anyone that would like to participate in public comment, please raise your hand or press *9. And I just want to note for the record that there are 23 attendees in this meeting as of right now. So seeing none, I'll close the public comment. The first order of business, and by the way, we have a lot of business on this agenda tonight that we're going to try to get through as expeditiously as possible. We do have some questions for the applicants on some of the topics, maybe not so much on all of them. We are going to be respectful of our time and try to get through this meeting in an efficient manner. First order of business is change of manager. Studio LLC, 51 Rocky Neck Avenue, is requesting to change the manager of record to Hope Spiegel. Usually Attorney Ford is present for this meeting, and here he is on. Attorney Ford, can you hear me? You might need to unmute.
I can, just starting the video right now.
Welcome. And
I have, let's see, with me would be Hope Spiegel, the proposed manager of record.
Okay, if we could promote Hope, that would be great as well. She raised her hand. Allison, can you promote Hope?
Yeah, it's just taking some time.
Okay. Great. Hi, Hope. If you could unmute and state your name and address for the record, please.
Hello, my name is Hope Spiegel.
And your address?
1 Ladoff Farm Circle, Rockport, Mass.
Thank you very much. Okay, so Attorney Ford, are you going to be speaking on behalf of this application?
I am trying to do it as quickly as possible because I know you got a big list.
Okay.
So just go right into it. We have here
Right into it. Yep.
Hope Spiegel, who's the proposed manager of record. She has successfully served as the assistant manager since I think it's June of this year. She's a Gloucester native, knows the neighborhood, and as you can see from her experience, she has significant experience in the restaurant and alcohol business. Aside from being the assistant manager here, she's also served as bar manager, a beverage director, a bar manager in Ipswich, before that, obviously, as a bartender. She is a Mass resident. She's a U.S. citizen. She's familiar with the rules and regs of this board, as well as the Alcoholic Beverages Control Commission, and she is here to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you very much. So we reviewed your application. John, do you have any questions that you'd like to start with?
Sure. Hope, just real quick. I didn't see in the packet like ServSafe or any of those licenses that are important to have as a manager of a license. Have you had those before in the past? Do you currently have one?
I've had those all in the past. They are unfortunately expired. I'm currently in Puerto Rico right now, and I'm planning on just renewing those right when I get back. My mom's actually a ServSafe certifier and a tip certification certifier. So I'm just planning on getting those done literally before Friday.
Yep. Any issues in the past? I mean, at the studio or anywhere that you dealt with underage drinkers, IDs that were counterfeit?
Absolutely not. Nope, I catch those right away.
What do you typically look for?
Just a light behind the touch of the ID. I can tell if it's a forfeit or not. You look at the back, it usually has some scripture that's not correct. It's easy to pick those out. And also just looking at the person if they're nervous.
Okay. I'm good, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Hope, this is the first alcohol license that will be in your name, correct? If this is approved?
Correct.
Okay, and tell me about your experience with like ordering alcohol and receiving alcohol and things like that.
So I have
Delivery.
about 6 to 8 years experience ordering alcohol between San Diego, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, where I've worked in multiple different establishments. Keeping the cost low, keeping the prices, everything, getting my ordering in on time. I usually go between 3 distributors, depending on between beer and alcohol and specialty drinks, or specialty alcohol, I should say. And I generally just keep it within the stature of my establishment. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go above my means, and I'm not going to go below it.
And the studio, does the studio employ employees under the age of 21?
Yes.
Okay, and do you know the rules and regulations for deliveries with that age group?
Yes, they're not allowed to touch it.
Okay. They're not allowed to receive it. They can serve it, but can't receive
Yep.
it. Okay.
Yep.
So you'll make
The only
sure,
one, myself and my AGM and my bar manager, who's my husband at this time, are the
Okay.
only ones that receive alcohol.
okay, great. And getting to the underage, just know in the city of Gloucester, there is an ongoing issue with that, as I'm sure there are in other communities. And the public that chooses to use those not so genuine identifications, they're pretty good. We had a situation here a couple of years ago where even the police were struggling to tell the difference. So they've come a long way in trying to be looking as real as possible. Sometimes the light just doesn't cut it anymore. So just be mindful of that. I think your
Absolutely.
experience is excellent. I mean, this is the type of situation we like to see when a manager comes forward and wants to be on a license. So I respect your past employment and your openness on this board that you've been with us over the past year since the business has opened under the new owners. So I am going to make a motion that we approve Hope Spiegel to be the manager of record for the license of Studio LLC located at 51 Rocky Neck Ave in Gloucester, Mass.
Second.
You have a motion and second. Is there any further discussion? Roll call vote.
You read it, Allison.
Yeah, I'm here. Ms. Prince,
Yes,
Mr. Lamron,
Yes.
thank you. Allison, would it be easier if I do the roll call votes tonight? I know you're a little under the weather. I don't mind doing that so you don't have to talk so much.
sure, it's up to you, sure.
Okay,
No.
you just let me know. Okay. So now you, Hope, congratulations. You've passed the first step and now the next hurdle is going through the ABCC. So they may reach out to you. Sometimes they want additional information that we haven't asked or that isn't recorded somewhere on your application. So, and once they approve you, then the transaction should go through.
Thank you very much.
Do you have any questions for us?
I do not. Thank you.
Okay, Attorney Ford?
No questions.
All right. Do you have other matters on the agenda?
I do. I have, the only one I have is Topside Pub LLC.
Okay, well, we're gonna jump around a little bit. I know Allison doesn't like this, but for the sake of time, why don't we jump to that right now? So, under the renewal of annual restaurant all alcohol beverage license, we have Topside Pub LLC, DBA Topside Grill and Pub, 50 Roger Street.
And it's on for the CB and the entertainment also.
Okay.
And Jacob Simons is going to be with me on this one. He's right on the call now.
Okay. I'm sorry, what was his name? Jacob?
Jacob Simons, Simmons.
Okay, I have him. Thank you. Hi, Jacob. Can you state your name and address for the record, please?
Yeah, Jacob Simmons, 26 Plaisted Road, Newton, Mass.
Thank you for joining us. And who are you and what party are you to this?
So I represent the owners and the proposed manager of record.
He's the VP of operations for the management company that owns these, which are owned by Fred and Steve, who you met like a month ago.
Okay,
And we just brought him on since this was an annual renewal to see if he had any unique specific questions, because it just got approved by the ABCC. So we can't even close yet, but we have to renew the license so it's not lost.
right. So are you going to come back with a manager? Is that the intention?
No, well, so we were before you, I think it was on July 25th. And we presented Steve Whalen as the one of the
Yep.
owners and the managers, and went through and presented everything
Yep.
that was going to do. And it was just, I think by operation of law, the ABCC made their decision, but then we're set up to actually close the purchase in December, in basically this month. And then we would be able to operate.
So you're saying Steve Whalen is the manager of record on, we kept that when we transferred it, correct?
Yeah, well, this was when you did the whole transfer.
Yeah.
He's the new team. Then, and so you already approved him as part owner and manager of record.
Yeah, we handle so many licenses here in such a short period of time. I just
I know.
accurately remember that and the process of renewal too. So I understand. So thank you, Jacob, for joining us as well to represent. So the common victual license, I'm just going to address that matter when we do all the common victual licenses, because we usually do one vote for that because we know we have all the documentation on file. Otherwise, it wouldn't have made it to the agenda. So we approve those as a group. So I'm
Okay.
just going to keep that grouped in with that, which we'll get to next. So let's go to your annual restaurant license renewal, and then we will talk about the entertainment. So John, do you have any questions for Topside Pub you'd like to start with?
I do not.
I am just curious to know, and I don't know if you know this yet, what your hours of operation are going to be?
So it's when we originally presented it, it's going to stay the same.
Okay.
It's 10 a.m. to 12:30 a.m. The difference on Sunday is it's scaled back to 12 a.m.
12 a.m. on Sunday. Okay. And are you going to be doing remodeling or anything inside?
Yeah,
I
that's why things are getting updated.
Yeah.
And whatnot, but is to get into the nitty gritty. Jacob could give you some details on that briefly.
Sure.
Thank
So
you.
to put it generally, the bones are good. There's some cosmetic updates that we plan on doing. So there's some carpet on the floors. We plan to replace that with a non-carpeted surface. Aesthetic changes really, but we're not talking about structural work. We're not talking about massive kitchen changes. if you've been to Topside before, you'll know you're back at Topside. It's just a little bit, a little bit refreshed.
Okay. And when do you plan on opening?
So the plan would be to open ideally in February,
Okay.
just to give us some time to get the staff up to speed, make sure training's in place, and then again make sure that we hit all of the health and safety inspections and just check
Yeah.
all those boxes. So February feels like a realistic time for us.
Okay, and are you bringing back some of the staff that was there before under the prior owners?
Not that I
Or are you
know of.
looking there?
So
Okay,
we'll be hiring our own staff, conducting background checks and running that process like we would an existing business. So certainly staff who have been there before, I hope some of them would apply. It's also been closed for a little while. So, a lot of times people with jobs like that, they'll move on pretty quick.
right. And can either of you tell me what the status is of the outside there?
Right now there was, I think, applying for the zoning, and then it's gonna come back before you. That's what I have. Jacob, does that make sound?
Yeah,
about-
that's our plan.
Okay, but as of right now, you're aware that this license is just for the inside. Okay,
Yeah, absolutely.
great. So I don't have any more questions. I will make a motion to renew an annual restaurant all alcohol beverage license for Topside Pub LLC, DBA Topside Grill and Pub located at 50 Rogers Street in Gloucester, Mass.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, me, yes. John?
Yes.
Okay, it's unanimous. See, that license will be renewed. On to the entertainment license, is it? No, common victual.
Yep.
Entertainment.
Sorry, three-page agenda here.
Yeah, It's on
Entertainment renewal.
entertainments.
Yep, so you're looking for weekday and Sunday. Tell me about the entertainment. Are you keeping something similar? What are you planning at this pub? Because I don't think we got into that with you before.
When we presented it back in July, it was, non-live only. You're gonna have the background music. I think it still was on for trivia. Jacob, did I hit it?
That's accurate.
Yep, okay. It's coming back to me. Okay. And same hours
Yes,
as your operation? That's what you want for the entertainment?
yes,
Okay. And you'll be mindful that there are residents in the area and the music's not going to be too loud?
Absolutely.
John, any questions?
No, I was just going through their hours, so it's the 10 a.m. to 12:30 a.m. So we're good.
I make a motion to approve the weekday and Saturday entertainment license for Topside Pub LLC, DBA Topside Grill and Pub, 50 Rogers Street, Gloucester, Mass.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call vote, me, yes.
Yes.
Yes. And that vote passes. And on to Sunday, I make a motion to approve a Sunday entertainment license for Topside Pub LLC, DBA Topside Grill and Pub at 50 Rogers Street.
Second.
And just to clarify, that's until 12 a.m. on Sunday, correct?
correct.
Roll call vote, myself, yes. John?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, those licenses are issued. Do you have any questions for us while you're here?
The only question, so just follow your format. We just hang on while you do the CV and then we're good.
Yep, I'm actually gonna do, sorry. I'm gonna do those next. We're gonna do them right now. So the next order of business is common victual license renewals, and this board typically renews all the licenses that are present on the agenda at one time, knowing that all the documentation has been provided and the required inspections and requirements to have the common victual license have been met. So I'm going to just read them real quick. I'm going to make a motion to approve the common victual licenses for Bass Rocks Golf Club, Inc., 34 Beach Road, Dowsett Linga VFW Post 1624 Inc., located at 8 Washington Street, Gloucester Maternity Club, Inc., located at 27 Webster Street, Gloucester Lodge, 892. BPO of the Elks, 97 to 101 Atlantic Road. St. Peter's Club, Inc., 10 Rogers Street. Friday CAV, Inc., 10 Parker Street. Mile Marker One LLC, 75 Essex Ave. Thai Choice, Inc., 272 Main Street. Maria's LLC, 35 Pearl Street. Topside Pub LLC, DBA Topside Grill and Pub, 50 Rogers Street. Crow's Nest Associates, Inc., 334 Main Street. Halbert Point, 289 Main Street. King Ming LLC, DBA The Pilot House, 3 Porter Street. J&Z Gloucester Foods, George's Restaurant and Bar, 178 Washington Street. Railroad Ave Associates, Inc., DBA The Rum Line, located on 40 Railroad Ave. All of these establishments located in the city of Gloucester.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
No, ma'am.
Roll call vote. Myself, yes.
Yes.
John?
Yes.
So those licenses will issue. Okay, any questions? Attorney Ford or Jacob?
No questions.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Next order of business is renewal of annual club all alcohol beverage liquor license. So we have Bass Rocks Golf Club, Inc., 34 Beach Road. And who is here from Bass Rocks? If you could raise your hand.
Peter Hood has been brought forward.
I'm sorry, Allison, what did you say?
Peter Hood has been brought forward already.
Okay, all right, thank you. So Peter, can you unmute, state your name and address for the record?
Yes, Peter Hood, 9 Jacks Lane, Gloucester, Mass.
Hi, Peter.
How are you guys?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So we have your application. What are going to be your hours of operation this year?
Same as past, 11 to, I believe it's 11, Monday through Sunday.
Okay. John, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
I move that we approve Bass Rocks Golf Club, Inc., 34 Beach Road, annual club all alcohol beverage liquor license.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No, ma'am.
Roll call vote, me, yes. John?
Yes.
Thank you. So that vote passes, that license will be renewed. On to the entertainment renewals. Peter, can you talk to the entertainment? Have you made any changes from last year?
No, none at all. Same, we have indoor, and then we have the outdoor license on the deck on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 5 to 7. That's all we have. Normal
Okay.
entertainment that we've been having.
Are you planning any big parties this year?
No, not this year. No,
Okay.
not for another 100 years.
So I'm
Peter,
gonna
no
make-
other, Peter, no other, no issues from the neighbor the rest of the year?
No. This
Great.
is nice. We've had
Yep,
the
no.
music speakers going the other way but it's still not loud enough. So we've been good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I make a motion to approve an entertainment license Monday through Saturday for Bass Rocks Golf Club, 34 Beach Road.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No,
Roll call vote, me, yes. John?
Yes.
Yes, that entertainment license will issue with no changes from last year, and the same goes for a Sunday entertainment license. I make a motion to approve a Sunday entertainment license for Bass Rocks Golf Club with no changes from last year.
Second.
Roll call vote, me, yes.
Yes.
John, yes. Okay. Peter, you're all set. Any other
Sure.
questions? So did you have any other matters on the agenda? I'm looking real quick. I don't see anything.
No, I don't have anything right now. You might see me later, but I'm good right now.
Okay, great.
Have a
Thank
great holiday. Thank
You
you.
too.
Thanks, Peter.
Thanks, Allison.
You're welcome.
Hope you feel better.
Thank you.
I'm done for the night, right, Allison?
Yes.
Believe you are.
I did not.
Go
Next.
bees.
Next order of business is Dowsett Lingard VFW Post 1624 Inc., 8 Washington Street. And who is here?
Chris Rowland.
Yes, Lauren.
Yes, I brought him forward.
Oh, there he is. Hi, Chris. Can you unmute, state your name and address for the record?
Chris Rowland, 3 Hayfield Lane, Rockport, Massachusetts, 01966.
Thank you for
I'm
joining
sorry,
us
what was
tonight.
I missed that. 3 what?
3 Hayfield Lane,
Thank you.
Are you all set?
Thank you, yes.
The address you keep reading off is the wrong address. It's 224 Eastern Ave.
I was trying to figure out like, where is this? It's funny you say that.
It was
Oh,
on the Victual, same on the Victual, it was Walnut Street or something. I raised my hand, but didn't see it, so.
So what is the address?
224 Eastern Avenue, Gloucester.
I'm sorry, I'm just updating my records.
It's weird. It's been here since the 70s, so.
That's the one on the way to Rockport, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, that's all. Any changes from last year?
Nope.
And what are your operating hours again?
I think it's 10 to 12, I think is what I have on there.
10
10
a.m.
to
to 12
12 a.m.
a.m.? Okay.
Yep.
John, any questions?
No, ma'am.
I move that we renew the annual club alcohol beverage liquor license for Desert Lingard VFW Post 1624 Inc. located at 224 Eastern Avenue, Gloucester, Mass.
Second?
Roll call vote, me, yes, John,
Yes.
excellent. That vote passes, that license shall be renewed. Any questions for us, Chris?
Nope. Thanks for your help.
Thank you, have a good holiday.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Christmas is coming up, right?
Yeah.
Next order of business, Gloucester Fraternity Club, Inc., located at 27 Webster Street.
Madam Chair, he did have a automatic amusement as well.
Oh. It's Chris, are you still with us, Chris?
I am. Yes.
Okay, I didn't see your automatic amusement renewal. Has a
Oh,
8
okay.
Washington Street address.
I moved him.
Same machine as last
Same
year?
machine. Yep.
Same information, Allison, you have all the serial numbers?
Yeah, he has to put them in every year. So.
I move that we approve the automatic amusement license for Desert Lingard VFW Post 1624 Inc. located at 224 Eastern Ave.
Second?
Roll call vote, me, yes, John?
Yes.
All right, that license is renewed as well. Thank you,
All right.
Chris.
Thank you. Have a good holiday.
You too.
You too.
Bye.
Gloucester Fraternity Club. Allison, do we have anyone from Gloucester Fraternity Club?
They could have raised their hands. I don't see them. Oh, someone is.
Up, someone put it up and then put it down.
Is that Darren? Marks, maybe? I think it is.
Yeah, it's Darren. Darren Marks.
Darren Marks.
So can we promote Darren?
Sure.
Thank you.
Here he goes.
Darren, can you unmute, please, and state your name and address for the record?
Yep, Darren Marks, 3 Mason Court, Gloucester, Mass.
Hi, Darren. How are you tonight?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good. So you're here to renew the annual club license. Any changes from last year?
None.
Same hours?
Same hours, 9 to 12:30, I believe, Monday through Sunday.
So Sunday, you can't serve alcohol till 10.
All right, so 10, yeah, it's 10 o'clock on Sunday.
Okay, just a reminder.
Thank you.
John, any questions?
No, Madam Chair.
I move that I move to approve for the annual club alcohol license for Gloucester Fraternity Club, Inc., 27 Webster Street.
Second?
Any further discussion? Roll call vote? Yeah, myself, yes.
John, yes.
John, yes. We also have an automatic amusement renewal. Same machines?
Yes,
Sarah?
Just
And
two?
Allison,
just 2.
Machines.
We have the jukebox and the golf machine, Golden Tee.
Box and golfing.
Yep.
I move to approve the automatic amusement license for Gloucester Fraternity Club located at 27 Webster Street for those 2 machines.
Second,
Roll call vote, myself, yes. John?
John, yes.
So that license will issue.
Entertainment,
Entertainment. I don't see it.
I don't believe they have entertainment.
I don't have entertainment. Well said. Darren, any questions for us?
No, I'm all set.
Yep. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a good night.
All right, you as well. Have a great holiday. I'm all set, right?
You're all set.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Next order of business is Gloucester Lodge, 892, BPO of the Elks, 97 to 101 Atlantic Road. And who is here to represent the Elks?
I don't see 'em.
Don't see him either. So we will come back to that because I just went through the list and didn't see his name. Next order of business is St. Peter's Club, 10 Rogers Street. We have Chad with Lenny Belanti. We could promote them, please.
Go ahead, Lynn. Okay.
Hi, Lenny. Can you state your name and address for the record, please? Or Chad's with you as well, one of you?
Hi, Melissa. Leonard W. Belanti, 11 Addison Street, Gloucester, Mass.
Look at you on Zoom.
Yeah, well, if I didn't have Chad, we wouldn't be on Zoom. But you know that.
Thank you, Chad.
Said hi,
Okay.
Chad.
So you are here tonight to renew your annual club license. Any changes from last year?
No, ma'am.
And the operating hours are what?
Same as, well, Monday, Tuesday, we just opened up again. We're only open 12 to 4.
Okay,
But the regular hours are 10 to like 8 o'clock, except for Fridays and Saturdays.
yeah, you're open later.
Yeah,
The last call, 12:30,
not even.
depending on the function.
Yes, if there is one.
Okay. John, any questions?
no, ma'am.
I move to approve the St. Peter's Club all alcohol beverage liquor license located at 10 Rogers Street.
Second,
Any further discussion? Roll call vote, myself, yes.
John, yes. Yes,
Yes. That motion is approved and the license is approved. You don't have any other matters on tonight, right?
Nope.
Okay. Any questions for us while you're here?
No, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Next order of business is Captain Lester Was, American Legion, 8 Washington Street.
And actually, he is not going to be here tonight
Do we know what?
because his application ended up not being complete. So I
Okay.
admit to take him off.
So that is off the agenda and we can put it on another agenda coming forward. Thank you. Next order of business, we didn't have anyone show up from the Elks yet, correct?
I'm
Before we go on?
emailing with him right now. He's having trouble getting on.
Okay. Renewal of the annual general on-premise all alcohol beverage liquor license, Pratty CAB Inc., 10 Parker Street. And who is here? Nicholas Pratt. Hi, Nick. If you could unmute and state your name and address for the record.
Yes, Nicholas Pratt, 108 Dennison Street, Gloucester, Mass.
Hi, Nick. How are you tonight?
Very good. How are you this evening?
Good, thank you. How's everything going at Pratty's?
Going great.
Any changes from last year as far as your operation hours?
Nope, operation hours are the same and there are no changes since last year.
Okay, and you open at 8 a.m. to 12:30 a.m., if I remember correctly?
Yes, and 10 o'clock on Sundays.
Okay. John, do you have any questions? for Pratty's?
no, ma'am. Nope.
They also have a amusement renewal as well. So I am going to move to approve Pratty CAB Inc., 10 Parker Street, the annual general on-premise all alcohol beverage liquor license.
Second,
Motion is second. Roll call vote. Myself, yes. John?
yes.
Yes. That vote passes and that license will be renewed. This is our only general on-premise liquor license we have in Gloucester. It's Pratty's. So we will move on to the entertainment or the automatic amusement renewal.
Automatic amusement, yep,
And how many machines do you have in there?
three.
Three, the jukebox and 2 games.
Yes, and 2 arcade games.
Thank you. Same machine, same serial numbers.
Yes, no changes.
Awesome. I move to approve the automatic amusement license for Pratty's CAB located at 10 Parker Street.
Second,
Any further discussion?
no, ma'am.
Roll call, myself, yes. John?
John, yes.
Excellent. Those license will issue. Nick, do you have any questions for us while you're here tonight?
No, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Have a good night. Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye. You too. Bye-bye. I'm still not seeing the Elks. So we will move on to renewal of annual hotel innkeeper all alcohol beverage liquor license. We have mile marker 1. Little tongue twister for me tonight.
Open to
Oh, sorry, guys, hold on. Still texting with them, sorry.
It's okay. There's also entertainment licenses as well. Hi, Tobin. Can you state your name and address for the record? And you need to unmute. There you go.
Sure. Sorry, was delayed. Good evening,
okay.
Tobin Dominic, Cape Ann Marina, mile marker 175 Essex Avenue.
Thank you, Tobin. How's everything going down there this year?
It's great.
And how are we doing on the outside?
It's coming along slowly.
Have you been working with the building inspector's office?
We're not there yet.
Okay.
The contractor is very delayed.
Oh, okay. Got
So,
it.
it's not us, it's the contractor. So we just have to sort of wait for them to progress along.
And have you started any igloos yet?
Yep, the igloos are out on the bridge deck.
Oh, they are?
Yep, they're underway and that's all approved by the building inspector. But we hope to put more up on the deck once the new deck gets built.
Okay. Okay. John, do you have any questions for mile marker?
No, ma'am.
And your operating hours are the same as last year? Can you remind us what those are?
Oh, I knew you were gonna ask me. I don't have the application in front of me.
Do you normally start serving like around 8:30 in the morning, or is it a little bit
For
later?
breakfast, yes.
Yeah, okay. So you want the 8 a.m. to 12:30 a.m. license, knowing you can't serve on Sunday till 10.
That's correct.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Madam Chair, that's on the application too, so.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to make a motion to renew the annual hotel innkeeper all alcohol beverage liquor license for mile marker 1 LLC 75 Essex Ave.
Second,
Further discussion?
No.
Roll call vote. Me, yes. John?
yes.
Thank you. That vote passes and that license will be renewed. On to entertainment. Sorry, yes, entertainment. Tobin, is your entertainment any different than last year?
We hope to get it going a little bit more. It's been tough with COVID, so we'd like to apply again and see what the next year brings here.
So I just want to remind myself and John, as we're talking about this includes your weddings and functions under the tent. Are you planning on doing any big music events this year?
We're talking about it, but there's still a lot of up in the air at the moment.
Okay. But nothing different than you've done in the past?
Correct.
Okay. I make a motion to renew the entertainment license Monday through Saturday for mile marker 1 LLC located at 75 Essex Ave.
Second,
Roll call vote. Myself, yes. John?
yes.
Yes. And I will make a motion to approve the Sunday entertainment license as well for mile marker.
Second,
Roll call vote. Myself, yes. John?
yes.
Yes. And for those that wonder why I'm saying myself first, because that sounds kind of awkward, we have to switch off every meeting on who votes first. So just putting that out there. Because it seems strange to say me before you. Okay, so those licenses have been renewed. Tobin, do you have any questions for us?
No questions.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you both.
Thank you,
Bye.
Tobin. You're well.
Okay, Next order of business, do we have Elks yet? Nope. Renewal of annual wine and malt beverage license. So we have Thai Choice, 272 Main Street. Who is here for Thai Choice? You could raise your hand. Oh, Thai Choice. We're just waiting for Thai Choice to be promoted. Thank you. Hi, if you could unmute and state your name and address for the record.
Okay.
Hi,
Name is Surapon Vachrangu. Can you hear me?
I can. What is your name again, please?
Surapon Vachrangu,
Okay, thank you. And your address?
272 Main Street, Gloucester, Mass.
Thank you. And you're here to renew your wine and malt beverage license. Are there any changes in your
No.
operations from last year?
No,
No changes? How is the business doing down there, down that end of town?
it's okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
you made it through COVID.
yeah. We
We're
did.
hoping for a better year.
Mhm.
John, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Can you tell me what your operating hours are? Are you open every day?
No, we close Tuesday for now. I don't know whether we will reopen, but for now we close Tuesday and then we open lunch 11:30 to 3 and dinner from 4 to 8:30. No lunch on Sunday.
Okay. So you're open at 4 on Sunday?
Yeah, 4
Okay.
to 8:30, right? Yeah.
Thank you. So I make a motion to renew the annual restaurant wine and malt beverage license for Thai Choice, 272 Main Street.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call vote, myself, yes. John?
John, yes.
Thank you. Okay, that license is renewed. Do you have any questions for us?
No, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
So I can leave now or
Yep.
I don't believe you don't have any entertainment or any other matters on, right?
I
No.
don't?
Nope, you're good to go.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Maria's LLC, 35 Pearl Street. I think we have Chris Moody. I see that name. And Suzanne Jeffrey.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I have Dawn from the Elks on my phone. Could we do it
Okay.
now?
Let's hold on with that and continue with Maria's right now, and then we will get right to the Elks after that. So if you can just hang on for a minute, that would be great. And if we could promote Chris Moody and Suzanne.
I'll go. Hello,
Hi, Chris. Can you state
Hi.
your name and address for the record?
yep, Chris Moody, 151 Maplewood Avenue.
Thank you. Is Suzanne Jeffrey with you as well?
There's no
No.
Suzanne Jeffrey, no.
Okay. Thank you for joining us tonight. So you're renewing your license. Any changes from last year?
No,
And what are your operating hours again?
Ward 9, Tuesday through Sunday.
4 to 9, Tuesday through Sunday. That's easy. Okay. How was your year last year?
Coming out of COVID, it's a slow go, but we're getting there.
Okay. Good to hear. Like I said earlier, hopefully this year's better. We're learning to live with COVID. John, do you have any questions for Maria's?
No, ma'am.
Just want to make sure they don't have any other matters on today, right? No. I don't have any questions either, so I'm going to make a motion to renew the annual restaurant wine and malt beverage license for Maria's LLC, 35 Pearl Street.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call vote, myself, yes.
John, yes.
Okay, that license is renewed. Chris, do you have any questions for us?
No questions.
Okay, thank you very much. Wishing you
Thank you.
lots of luck this year. Now we're gonna go back to Gloucester Lodge, 892 BPO of Elks 97 to 101 Atlantic Road. So Allison, you have, who is on your phone?
So Suzanne Jeffries, I'm gonna bring in, but they can't seem to get the microphone they're saying to work.
Okay.
We have Dawn,
Russell.
Suzanne, can you hear us? Because you're unmuted now.
Actually, Suzanne, I'm using Suzanne, my wife's email. I thought I had my own Zoom, but unfortunately, I think that contributed to the problem tonight.
Okay, so who am I speaking with?
This is Don Russell.
Oh, hi, John Russell. I didn't recognize your voice. Did you change it since we last time?
Are you hearing me through the computer or through the phone?
I'm hearing you through the computer. Well, my
Oh,
computer.
beautiful. Okay, because I was talking to
There you go.
Allison, I'm just like, oh, okay. Who am I talking to? So yeah, so sorry for I apologize for the inconvenience.
That's okay. Glad you're here tonight. How are
Thank
things
you.
going at the
Yes.
Elks?
Things are going very well, thank you.
Okay, you got a function coming up this weekend, don't you, or soon?
We have a function usually every Thursday through Sunday.
I mean, are you doing a craft fair or something bigger? I know you do the weddings and parties and stuff, but aren't you doing a
Yes,
craft fair?
yes. Janine Parisi's done a great job as far as scouring up all sorts of craft fairs and new ideas.
Great. Any changes from last year as far as your operating hours?
No, ma'am.
Okay. John, any questions for the Elks? They also have entertainment licenses as well.
No, ma'am.
Okay, I don't either. I have heard all good things about the Elks, and I'm happy to make a motion to renew the annual club all alcohol beverage liquor license for Gloucester Lodge 892 BPO of the Elks 97 to 101 Atlantic Road, Gloucester.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No, ma'am.
Roll call vote, myself, yes. John?
Done. Yes.
Yes, excellent. Entertainment renewal. Any differences with your entertainment? Are you requesting anything different than the past that we
No.
have on our files?
No.
Okay, and you're doing Sunday as well. So I'm gonna make a motion to, we have to do two different motions. Sunday has to be separate. So I'm gonna make a motion to renew the entertainment license for Gloucester Lodge 892 BPO of the Elks 97 to 101 Atlantic Road, Monday through Saturday.
Second.
Roll call vote, myself, yes. John?
Yes.
Yes, that license is approved. And I make a motion to approve the Sunday entertainment license for Gloucester Lodge 892 BPO of the Elks 97 to 101 Atlantic Road.
Second.
Roll call vote, myself, yes. John?
Yes.
Yes. Your licenses are renewed. Do you have any questions for us?
No, thank you. I apologize once again if I'm the last one on the list and I've kept you guys overtime, but I'll coming in as Don Russell the next time and not Suzanne Joffrey.
Just know that, yes.
he's on for automatic amusement as well.
Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry, we're skipping around tonight a lot instead of
okay.
staying in the categories to try to just keep people on for so long. So tell me about the automatic amusement. How many do you have? You have a jukebox upstairs?
Yes, I do.
Any other machines?
No, ma'am.
Just the jukebox. Same machine as last year?
Yes.
I move to approve the automatic amusement renewal for Gloucester Lodge BPO, the Elks 97-101 Atlantic Road.
Second.
Listen, I have a question.
Yes.
There's a possibility that they're entertaining the idea of two machines coming in, arcade games, you know, like
Okay.
a golden tee, whatever have you.
Yep.
If it happens prior to the end of the year, I mean, it's just being contemplated right now. So I'm just wondering what the parameters are, what I should do.
So when you get those machines, you have to apply for the license for that machine as well, those machines as well, because we need their serial numbers and the data, the name brand and things like that to get
Okay.
it on the license. So when you get those machines, just reach out to us.
Okay.
You shouldn't have to pay for an extra entertainment license. It
No, I
would
believe
just
it's
be
1 to
added.
4. Is it 1 to 4 units? I believe
Yeah,
in the
anything
application.
over 4 we can't address.
Okay.
They're charged by the
The machine, okay. Thank you. So we have a motion to approve in a second. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, yes, me, yes. John,
Yes.
so awkward. Okay. Any other questions for us?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, you're all set. So reach out to us when you get the machines, the additional machines, if you choose to take that path.
I will do that.
All right, thank you
I
very much.
appreciate your help. Thank you.
Have a good
Merry
night.
Christmas. Thank you,
Same
guys.
to you.
Bye.
Okay. Where was
Crow's
I?
Nest. Crow's
Uh,
Nest.
Yep, top side we did already. Crow's Nest. So annual restaurant for Crow's Nest Inc., 334 Main Street. And who is here for Crow's Nest?
Greg Souza.
Hi, Greg. He's trying to connect. Greg, if you could unmute and state your name and address for the record. Greg, you are still muted, is what I see on my end.
There we go. You got me?
We do. Name
Okay.
and
Hi,
address.
Greg
please.
Souza, 13 Lendall Street in Gloucester. How you guys doing tonight?
Very good. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks.
How's everything at the Crow's Nest?
Boringly the same, I guess.
Boringly the same. Come on, it's not that boring in there. Any changes from last year to your operating hours?
No. Do I have 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock there? Because during COVID, I went to 9 o'clock. It was always 8 a.m. Do I have
Yeah.
9? I think I have 9, right?
8 a.m.
8
I have
a.m.
8. Yeah, I mean, during COVID, I went to 9, but it's still mostly 9. I'm always there by 7:30, 8 o'clock anyway. So, okay. Yeah, whatever you have, it's fine.
And
It
you
was
go,
always
and you go
8:30.
till 12:30, correct?
Yeah. And Sunday,
Yep.
of course, 10 o'clock.
Yep. John, any questions for Crow's Nest?
No, ma'am.
I move to approve to renew the annual restaurant alcohol beverage license for Crow's Nest Associates, Inc., 334 Main Street.
Second.
Roll call vote. Me, yes. John?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have automatic
Yep.
amusement.
Yeah. Automatic amusement renewal. Greg, how many machines do you have in there?
Well, that's it. I was listening. We just have the jukebox, but they did bring a new one last week, and I should have thought of that, I guess, going in. So it's the same company, I think it's even the same brand jukebox, but I'm sure, it's a different machine, new serial number. So I can get that information to Allison.
Yeah,
this
we'll
week.
need that as soon as possible to give you the license. We can approve it, but it'll be subject to providing that serial number and then
Yeah,
you'll,
yeah.
okay? So
Yep.
it's just one jukebox.
Yep.
I move to approve the automatic amusement renewal for the Crow's Nest Associates, 334 Main Street for the jukebox, subject to providing the new serial number.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call vote. Myself, yes. John?
Yes.
Excellent. Any questions for us, Greg?
No, I think we're good tonight. I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a
Right.
good holiday.
Thank you. You too as well.
Thank you.
Bruins are up 1-0 if anyone cares, by the way.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
My husband's in the other room. He's awful quiet. I was wondering where the lack of excitement was.
All right. Feel better, Allison.
Thanks, Greg. Talbot Point Inc., 289 Main Street.
All right.
So Dennis with us tonight?
He said he would be. Don't see him.
Okay, let's go on to Qing Ming LLC, DBA The Pilot House, 3 Porter Street. Is anyone here from Pilot House?
I just brought them forward.
Okay, great. So they also have an entertainment and amusement.
Amusement.
Oh, they
Yeah.
don't, yeah, they don't have
I
entertainment.
don't have
No.
entertainment.
Yep. Hi.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi,
Can you
did you hear
say,
me?
I can, yes. Can you say your name and address for the record?
My name is King Chen Chen, 3 Porter Street in Gloucester, Massachusetts. It's the Pilot House.
Thank you very much. How is the Pilot House doing?
So far so good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Any changes from last year in your operating hours?
No, it's the same hours. Monday to Tuesday is 11 to 9. Wednesday to Sunday will be 11 to 11.
Okay. John, do you have any questions?
No, Madam Chair.
I move to approve or renew the annual restaurant alcohol beverage license for Quinn Ming LLC, DBA The Pilot House, located at 3 Porter Street.
Second,
Any further discussion? Roll call vote, myself, yes, John,
yes.
yes. That vote passes, and the automatic amusement renewals, what do you have? Do you have a jukebox at the Pilot House?
Yes, just one, the same. Like
Same
last,
machine?
yeah, just one, yeah. Same.
Thank you. So I'll move to approve the automatic amusement license for the jukebox located at the Pilot House, 3 Porter Street.
Second,
Any further discussion? Roll call vote, myself, yes, John,
yes.
yes, that vote carries. That license shall renew as well. Any questions for us?
Yeah, but I do have one question. So, like before the COVID, so when you order food and then you can order the drink to go, but are they still have going on for that, or they ended it now?
So the drinks to go, it's my understanding that the drinks to go is still allowed until I think it's the end of
April.
March or April.
Oh, it will be the end of April? Okay, all right.
Well, I'm not sure if it's the end of April. I don't have the exact date. I can find out. They may choose to extend that. We don't know yet. We haven't heard anything.
Oh,
But right now you can still do to-go drinks as long as they're sealed properly and in the right amount, the right quantity.
okay.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Have a good night.
Good
Next
night. Thank you. Happy holidays.
Same to you.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Next order is a business is J&Z Gloucester Foods, George's Restaurant and Bar, 178 Washington Street. We have Zorba.
You.
Hey,
Hi, Zorba.
how's it going?
Well, look at you, our new annual license holder.
Yes, thank you.
Must feel good.
Does,
Um,
it does.
How's everything going at George's?
Really good. It's a little quieter now that it's getting so cold and dark out so early,
Yeah.
but it's still going well.
Good, good. So you're here to renew for the first time your annual license.
Yes, please.
Operating hours, are they the same? Anything changed?
Nope, 8 a.m. every day other than Sunday is 10 a.m. And then Sunday we're going until 3 with service, but we might have drinks until 4, I think is when I had the license.
We have 5.
5, I mean, sometimes
On
there's
Sunday.
a game on and it goes a little bit late. So if 5's okay, that's okay to keep that.
So Zorba, I mean, you can say 10 or 11 too as well. I mean, the only issue you have in that area, it would be noise, right? Later at night because of the residents in that close area.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, the bar isn't like a noisy bar. It's like I have food at bar and maybe watch a game.
Right.
It's not, we don't have like live music or anything like that ever. So it's pretty quiet for the most part.
So what hour would you like to be able to serve till?
5 o'clock's fine.
5 o'clock.
Yes, please.
So you're not going to serve alcohol past 5 o'clock ever in George's
Not on Sunday, no.
on Sunday. Okay,
Sunday.
got it. John, do you have any questions?
No.
I move to approve the renewal of the annual restaurant all alcohol beverage license for J&Z Gloucester Foods, George's Restaurant and Bar located at 178 Washington Street.
Second,
Any further discussion? Roll
No.
call vote, myself, yes. John?
Yeah. yes.
Okay, entertainment license. Tell me about your entertainment. Yes,
What were the times for the Monday through Saturday, 8 to when?
8 to 10.
10:30.
10:30?
I thought I heard 10. So, but did you want 10 or 10:30?
10's fine. We just do dinner till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and then in the summertime we go till 9:30. So that should be totally fine.
Okay. Is that okay, Allison? Did you hear?
I did, thank you.
Okay. And tell me about entertainment.
We just have recorded music over the speakers, and we were thinking about doing trivia, but we haven't quite got our stuff together to do that yet. But we're hoping to still maybe keep that up as a possibility. But as of right now, we're just doing the music over the speakers.
Okay. I move to approve an entertainment license for J and Z Gloucester Foods, George's Restaurant and Bar, 178 Washington Street.
Second,
Any further discussion? Roll call vote, myself, yes. John,
yes.
that license is renewed. Soba, do you have any questions for us while you're here tonight?
Madam Chair, Sunday,
Oh, sorry, Sunday. I move to approve, so that last license was Monday through Saturday. I move to approve a Sunday entertainment license to J and Z Gloucester Foods, George's Restaurant at Bar, 178 Washington Street.
second,
Any further discussion? Roll call vote, myself, yes. John,
yes.
again, Zoba, any questions for us while you're here?
Just, is this the final thing I have to, is there another hearing for the next year, or I'm okay for right now?
This is for the 2023 year.
Perfect, awesome, thank you
So
so
you
much.
just have to wait for approval from ABCC. You'll get that license once they approve you as well.
Fantastic, thank you so much.
Right. Thank you.
Happy
Have a good,
holidays, guys, take care, thank you.
bye-bye.
Take care.
He hasn't been approved yet?
What?
He hasn't been approved yet?
No, he was approved, but to get the renewal. Railroad Ave Associates, Inc., DBA Rumline, 40 Railroad Ave. We have Fred Schregley with us tonight. My hot chocolate's cold. He also has entertainment licenses on as well. Hi, Fred. Can you unmute and state your name and address for the record, please?
Unmute. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, good.
So your name and address, please.
It's Wilfred Shrigley, 20 Centennial Avenue, Gloucester, Mass.
Thank you for joining us. How's everything going at the Rumline?
It's going extremely well, I'm glad to say. We're starting the music earlier and earlier, and we're focused on an older, more mature crowd, and it's working out.
Very good. So what is your operating hours? Is it the same as last year? Are there any changes?
No, we were closed Monday and Tuesday because of the pandemic, but we're open now 7 days a week.
And what time do you open?
3 or 4 Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday noon until midnight.
I'm sorry, what did you say for weekdays?
Monday through Friday, we open at 4 p.m. till midnight.
Okay, got it.
Madam Chair, just the application's 10 a.m. to 1 a.m.
Yeah, do you want
Monday
to be
through
able
Sunday.
to open up earlier during the day?
Well, yeah, that's an option if we decide to do lunch, but nobody goes out for lunch anymore. They just go out for breakfast.
Well, it could be a late breakfast.
Yeah, okay. No, 10 will work.
Okay. 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.,
But yeah, it's application says 1 a.m., but
1 a.m., well,
Yep.
12:30 a.m.
yeah,
We usually close up much earlier than that.
So let's do 10 a.m. to 12:30
That's fine.
and then noon to 12:30 on Sunday.
Perfect.
John, any questions?
ma'am.
I don't know.
I move to approve or the renewal of the annual restaurant alcohol beverage license for Railroad Ave Inc., Railroad Ave Associates Inc., DBA Rumline 40 Railroad Ave.
Second,
Motion and a second. Any further discussion?
no, ma'am.
Roll call vote. Myself, yes. John?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, entertainment license. There's a weekday and a weekend. Entertainment, is it the same type of entertainment you've had in the past? Live bands, music playing?
We really only have the bands on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The rest of the time, it's usually acoustic duos, and on Sunday, it's a mixture of trios or duos. And we're doing 2 early shows, which have been very popular. On Friday and Saturday, we do a 5 to 7 show, and it's bringing in a great older crowd, and they're eating, and it's been great.
Awesome. Okay. I move to approve entertainment license Monday through Saturday for Rum Line located at 40 Railroad Ave.
Second.
Any further discussion? Sounds like lots of fun, Fred. You're bringing it back to life.
Yes, we were closed for 15 months, but we made it through, and I hope you two have a great holiday season. And Allison, I thank you for holding my hand through this process, and I hope you're feeling better.
Thank you.
Okay, roll call vote. Myself, yes. John?
Yeah. Yes.
I move to approve a Sunday entertainment license for Railroad Ave Associates, DBA Rum Line 40 Railroad Ave.
Second.
Roll call vote. Myself, yes. John?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Fred, you're all set. Do you have any questions for us?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Excellent.
Again.
Wishing
Okay.
you a prosperous year.
Thank you. Ciao.
You well. Take care.
Hi.
Next order of business is the renewal of annual package store all alcohol beverage licenses. We will start with Karma Liquor Inc., Good Harbor Liquors, 340 Main Street. Who is here for Karma Liquors, Good Harbor Liquors? Dina William. Hi, Dina, can you unmute and state your name for the record and address? Hello?
Hello?
Hi,
So
Can you-
this is,
you are in a meeting. Can you state your name and address for the record?
12 Blue Pine Lane, Gloucester, Mass.
Okay, and what is your
Dina-
name?
Dina Hanna.
Dina? Thank you, Dina. Any changes from last year as far as your operating hours?
No,
And what are those hours?
it's 9 to 11, Monday to Saturday, Sunday 10 to 8.
Thank you. John, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
I move to renew the annual package store alcohol beverage license for Karma Liquors Inc., Harbor Liquors located at 340 Main Street.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
Roll call vote. Myself, yes. John?
Yes.
Yes. That license shall be renewed. Do you have any questions for us?
No, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank you.
night.
Happy holidays, everyone.
You too.
Same to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I thought they were the same owners for Seaside, no?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I think it's the next two.
Okay.
J&L Liquors Inc., DBA Seabreeze Liquors, 127 Eastern Ave. And who is here for Seabreeze Liquors?
Allison Brigham.
Hi, Allison. Can you state your name and address for the record? I think you need to unmute.
Hi,
Hi.
it is Allison Brigham, 14R County Road in Essex.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you're here to renew Seabreeze and Railroad Ave, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Any changes from last year?
No changes.
And what are the operating hours for Seabreeze?
Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
And is it the same for the other?
It is.
Okay. John, do you have any questions for either one of these?
No.
I'm going to make a motion. I'm going to put both of them in the motion to approve the renewal of an annual package store alcohol beverage license for J&L Liquors Inc., DBA Seabreeze Liquors, 127 Eastern Ave, and J&L Liquors Inc., DBA Railroad Ave Liquors, 7 Railroad Ave, both in Gloucester.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call vote, myself, yes. John,
Yes.
yes. So those licenses have been renewed. Do you have any questions for us, Allison?
I do not.
You not? How's business going? Good?
It's going pretty good, yeah. Start
Okay.
to slow
Holiday-
down and then pick up for the holidays and then ghost town in the winter.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
All right. Well, it was nice speaking with you. And if you have any questions, you can always call Allison at the office.
Okay, thanks so much. Have a great holiday.
You too.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Thank you.
Next order of business is Seaside Gloucester Liquors, DBA KPN Liquors, 711 Gloucester Crossing. And who is here for Seaside? Vinay Patel. Vinay. If we can promote Vinay.
There he goes. Sometimes it's so slow.
Hi, can you unmute and state your name and address for the record?
You hear me?
I can now.
Yes, Vinay Patel, 3 Stone Court, Gloucester, Mass.
Thank you. Do you have two establishments or just one?
Just the one, actually.
Okay. Any changes from operating hours from last year?
No, it's the same
No.
Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday 10 a.m. 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Thank you.
Mhm.
John, any questions?
No, ma'am.
I move to approve the renewal. I move to renew the annual package store alcohol beverage license for Seaside Gloucester Liquors, DBA KPN Liquors, 711 Gloucester Crossing. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, myself. Yes.
John, yes.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Happy holiday.
Same to you.
Yes, you
Have a good
too.
night.
Bye-bye.
Next order of business is Vinay Corp, DBA Ed's Mini Mart, 89 Washington Street. It was that first name that had me confused. I thought maybe there was two. So that is Mr. Patel on top. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Janesh?
Janish.
Janish. Hi, can you state your name and address for the record? Hello? You just need to unmute. I think you muted yourself. Oh, there he is. As though I can see you, we can't hear you. Can you unmute? There you go. We still can't hear you. Is there a speaker on the device that you're using?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, so,
Welcome.
yep, Jignesh Patel, 456 Ridge Road, Athol, Massachusetts.
Thank you. Ed's Mini Mart's operating hours, have they changed from last year?
No, they're the same,
And what are those hours?
6 to 11, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., Monday to Friday. Saturday, 6:30 to 11 p.m., 6:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. And Sunday, same hours, 6:30 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay, and you know you can't serve alcohol until 8 a.m., right? Except for
Yes.
Sundays, it's 10 a.m.?
Yep, Monday to Saturday, 8
Okay.
to 11, and Sunday, 10 to 11.
Thank you. How is business doing? Good?
Yep, doing good right now.
Very good. John, do you have any questions for Ed's Mini Mart?
No, ma'am.
I move to to renew the annual package store alcohol beverage license for Benet Corp. DBA Ed's Mini Mart, 89 Washington Street.
Second,
Any further discussion? Roll call vote. Myself, yes. John?
yes.
Yes. That vote carries. Do you have any questions for us?
Nope, I'll be here for the Magnolia variety, so.
Okay, why don't we just move right on to that then while you're here? That's Magnolia Convenience Corp.
Yes,
Okay. And what are those operating hours?
same 6 AM to 10:30 PM.
So I'm gonna say 8 AM because that's when you serve alcohol. So 8 AM to
10:30,
10:30. I should say sell alcohol, not serve alcohol.
yes.
And then Friday and Saturday is the same? Sunday?
Yes.
Okay.
Friday and Saturday, same.
All right, so I'm gonna move to renew an annual package store wine and malt beverage license for Magnolia Convenience Corp. 2 Raymond Street, Gloucester, Mass.
Second,
Any further discussion?
no,
Roll call vote. Myself, yes. John?
yes.
Excellent. That vote carries as well. Any questions?
Nope,
All right, thank you so much.
thank you. Have a good night and happy holiday.
Same to
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mads Liquor Inc., DBA Lanesville Package Store, 1080 Washington Street. Brett Clayton? Hi, Brett, if you can unmute and state your name and address.
Okay, you got me now?
We can hear you.
All right, sorry. Brett Clayton, 4 Montvale Ave, Gloucester, Mass.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
How are you tonight?
I am well, thank you.
Very good. How is everything at Lanesville Package Store?
Everything is great.
Good to
Going
hear.
very well. Yeah,
Very good to hear. Operating hours at Lanesville?
9 to 7, Monday through Saturday, and 10 to 6 on Sunday.
And 6 on Sunday. Excellent. That's the same as last year?
Yes,
John, do you have any questions?
No,
I'm going to make a motion to renew an annual package store alcohol beverage license for Mad Liquor Inc., DBA Lanesville Package Store located at 1080 Washington Street, Gloucester, Mass.
second,
Roll call vote. Myself, yes. John?
Yeah. yes.
Yes. That vote carries. Brett, do you have any questions for us?
I do not. Thank you so much.
Thank you for hanging on tonight. It's been kind of a long meeting, a lot of talking.
Yes, that's all right. I bet you are.
Take care.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Next matter is Campbell's Package Store LLC, DBA Liquor Locker, 287 Main Street. You see Wayne Campbell. Hi, Wayne. Can you unmute and state your name and address, please?
Yes, Wayne Campbell, 16 Bradbury Lane, Newburyport.
Hi, Wayne. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good, thanks. Happy holiday season, our favorite time
Happy
of the year.
holidays. You got it.
Liquor Locker, how their hours changed, or are you still operating under the same hours as last renewal?
Same as last year, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6 on Sunday.
Excellent. John, do you have any questions for Liquor Locker?
They have 10 on the application. I don't know if they want to keep it at 10.
We moved it to 9 during COVID, and we just kind of kept it till 9. It's funny. I feel like people have changed their shopping habits a little bit, so people kind of get their stuff done early. So we haven't moved it back.
Wait, so you're saying you don't want to be open till 10, or you close at 10?
We open at 8 a.m. and we
Okay.
close at 9 p.m.
Okay, and that's what you want to stay at?
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. I move to renew an annual package store alcohol beverage license for Campbell Package LLC, DBA Liquor Locker, 287 Main Street.
Second,
Any further discussion? Roll call vote, myself, yes, John,
Yes.
that vote carries. Wayne, any questions for us?
No, I don't think so.
Excellent, you have a great year.
Thank you. You
Happy
too.
holidays.
Thank you very much.
Take
Happy
care.
holidays.
Same to you.
What?
I said same to him.
Oh, sorry. Next order of business, this is under the annual package store wine and malt beverage license. We have RAGAV Inc., DBA Boulevard Variety, located on 33 Western Ave. I see David M., Boulevard Variety.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that.
Okay.
Hi, can you guys hear me? Hi,
We
good
can hear you. Can you say your name and address, please?
yes, Madan Mahat, 29 Broadway, Rockport, Mass. 01966.
Thank you. How are you tonight?
Good, good. Thank you guys. How are you guys doing?
Good. How's business doing?
Picking up.
Good. John, do you have any questions for this application?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to move to renew an annual package store wine and malt beverage license for RAGAV Inc., DBA Boulevard Variety, 33 Western Ave.
Second.
Thank you,
Any
guys.
further discussion?
No.
Roll call vote, myself, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
John, yes.
John. That vote carries as well. Thank you very much for getting your application in on time. I mean, we're able to go through this tonight very quickly because everyone has submitted their paperwork properly, thanks to the guidance of Allison Battle. So we're moving rather quickly tonight. Do you have any questions for us?
No, I'm all set. Thank you guys.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, you too.
Next order of business is John T. O'Neill, DBA Annie's Variety, located at 90 Concord Street. And who is here for?
I see a John.
Brought him in.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
What?
Oh, no, that was my Siri for some reason.
Who was that? Is there anyone here for Annie's Variety? If you could raise your hand.
John.
Oh, John. Another John. Can you unmute John and state your name and address for the record? John, you're muted still. We cannot hear you or see you. John, can you unmute? John, we are not able to hear you. I don't know if you can call in, maybe use a different device, because we need to talk to you. So John, you'll need to reconnect with us and we'll come back to you. We'll go on to the next order of business, which is 3019 LLC, DBA Cape Ann Convenience, located on 1 Main Street. And who is here to represent 1 Main Street? If you could raise your hand. Allison, if we can promote the first 2.
Going again?
I think there's 1 more to promote as well.
Yeah, I'm doing it for some reason.
Not working.
I don't know why I have to hit it multiple times. Weird.
We promoted Al Patel. Can you unmute and state your name and address for the record? To represent KPN Convenience? Here we go.
Yes. Yes.
Hi.
Hi. My name is Alpa and I'm represent 3019 LLC.
Thank you. And what is your address?
My address is, give me 1 minute. I'm in cutting. (3019) LLC, Cape Inconvenient. My address is 159B Essex Street, Middleton.
In Middleton?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. And what are your operating hours at KPN Convenience?
Operating hour 5:30 a.m. to 11.
Okay, but you're not selling alcohol at 5:30, right?
Yes, now alcohol hours is 8 to 11.
Okay, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m.?
Yeah, Monday to Saturday and Sunday is 10 to 11.
Okay. Is that the same hours you were operating last year?
Yes.
Okay. John, do you have any questions?
No.
I move to renew an annual package store wine and malt beverage license for 3019 LLC, DBA KPN Convenience, located at 1 Main Street, Gloucester, Mass.
Second,
Roll call vote. Myself, yes.
John,
John?
yes.
Yes. Do you have any questions for us? No? Okay. Thank you very much. We are gonna, is John O'Neill?
No,
John,
ma'am.
thank you very much. Can we promote John
No.
again and try John, Allison?
Yeah, I'm trying to get in touch with them too.
Okay. John, can you try to unmute? Or maybe show us your face so we know you're there? Allison, are you calling them?
I'm calling his friend that works with us.
Hello.
Hello? Calling the building inspector who's, I believe, with him.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
Oh,
Hi, John.
I didn't know.
Can you state your name, please, for the
John.
record?
John O'Neill,
And your address?
26 Washington Square, Gloucester, Mass.
Thank you. How is Annie's Variety doing?
It's fine. I'm just computer illiterate.
That's okay. We all have to start somewhere.
I guess so.
Operating hours, what's going on at Annie's? What time do you open and close?
8 in the morning till 8 at night.
Every day?
Yes,
Same hours?
same hours. Well, we open earlier, but we don't sell alcohol.
Right.
So,
Okay.
8, and Sundays we do 10 to 8.
Yeah,
And-
John, you do have till 9 on both those days.
Yeah, I
So-
appreciate it, but I close. I won't be opening past 8 o'clock, even if I
Okay.
want.
Okay. John, any more questions?
No question.
John Lamerin? That's okay. I'm used to having Johns on the program here. I'm gonna move to renew an annual package store wine and malt beverage license for John T. O'Neill, DBA at Annie's Variety, located at 9D Concord Street.
Second,
Any further discussion? Roll call vote. Myself, yes. John,
yes.
yes. John O'Neill, any questions?
No questions.
Excellent. Thank you very much. How's everything going over there? Good?
Not bad.
Good. All right. Well, you have a happy holiday.
Thank you. You also now.
Take
Take
care.
care.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Next order of business is Thaver, 76 Prospect Street. And we have Kathleen Morgan.
Jeez, this thing tonight.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna allow her to talk because she's not letting me promote people. No, she's there twice.
Let's see what happens. Kathleen, can you unmute and state your
Just a
name?
minute. Thank you. Yep, I'm all set. Yeah,
Hi.
Kathleen Morgan at 25 Salt Island Road in Gloucester, obviously.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
How is Sabre doing?
Sabre's doing very well. You know, there have been big changes with regard to COVID. It was pretty good for the retail industry, actually. And there are trade-offs. So this year, for most people in retail, they're trying to, you know, they're behind last year's sales, but we have begun to reinstate some things that we didn't have. Our hours are the same, 11 to 6 Tuesday through Saturday, but we have extra hours, shopping hours before Thanksgiving, before Christmas on Mondays. We did our first grand tasting, which we've not done for 3 years, which involved 65 wines. And we divided it over 2 days this time to keep the crowds manageable and to keep the tables far apart. And we had our most successful tasting in 13 years. So Sabre's doing fine. And we're going to be now starting teaching again. So I will be teaching in the evenings, probably Tuesday evenings till about 8 or 9 o'clock. And we don't exactly serve alcohol, but it's part of the teaching process. You know, we have tasting machines and tasting is part of the teaching process. So we're doing some of those things again. And our Saturday tastings are back from 2 to 4. So we're getting back to normal pretty much.
Okay, that sounds great. But I have a couple of questions about what's going on in your business. So I'm hearing that you're open for sales Monday through Sunday, 11 to 6?
Well, we're open for sale Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 6. But I put that in my application because I wanted, if I needed those extra hours for a special event, for example. So
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
Matt-
what the best way to represent it, but that's why I had it in the application that way. It's not a regular thing. The regular hours are 11 to 6 Tuesday through Saturday.
Yeah, Madam Chair, on the application, there's 11, there's 1 hour, that's part 1 is 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then there's part 2, that's 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. That sound about right, Kathleen?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I need to have all of those hours, but if there's a special event, then that's why I put it there.
Yeah.
So you have 10 a.m. to 11 p.m.?
I don't think I would need to be till 11 p.m.
Okay,
I
but are
think,
you open to the public and selling alcohol at that time?
No.
So
At this point, we're open to the public and selling alcohol Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 6. Occasionally, we are open on Mondays, but it's still the same time frame, 11 to 6. And on Sundays, even if we do a tasting, we're not open till at least 11, and we close by 6. So the only time that we might be open a little bit later and not exactly open, but if I were teaching, we might be, I might be teaching from 6 to 9 on an evening. So that's the only.
So my question is, so I'm trying to get to the part where your sales of alcohol, because for you to do tastings, the regulations state that you can only serve so many ounces of alcohol.
Right, you can serve 1 ounce at a time. So you can only, when you do a tasting, and we have tasting machines that measure them. So what we do is a ½ ounce at a time, actually.
Okay, yeah.
Now, the law is that you can do 1 ounce at a time. The person can have 2 ounces, but not in this glass at the same time. So, but we don't really have an issue with people taking too much or any of that. The tastings that we do keep to that 1 ounce pour, and there's really no reason to change that
And
or have a
those-
problem with that.
And those tastings are for the encouragement to purchase the brand of wine, correct?
Yeah, it's a, the try before you buy slogan. So it's to
Yeah.
let people taste. That's the purpose of it. Yes,
And when you do these tastings, they're open to the public.
they are, and they're free.
Okay. That part I get. What I'm trying to get to is the teaching. I don't know that we can allow you to use your alcohol license for teaching.
Really, all these years I've done it. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
we
I
don't
mean,
have
it's
to
a
teach. I mean,
concern.
no, I don't have to teach if that's a problem. I mean, I have customers that are interested, but
No, I understand, but so you're functioning off a package store license, and that's why I'm trying to get to the part where you're open to the public.
well, if I'm teaching, we're just tasting. We're not drinking.
But when you're
teaching,
but when you're teaching and you're using tastings, the alcohol has to be for sale. To do a tasting,
Absolutely.
it has to be for
Yeah.
sale, which means you're open to the public for sale.
Yeah.
It's not a private sale.
Mm-hmm.
You're a package store. So this is what I'm just trying to get. I've been wanting to have this conversation with you for a while, not just about that, but more so the other business that's running out of there.
Mm-hmm.
The sushi restaurant, sushi bar.
Well, Song rents the kitchen from me. I have nothing to do with his business, so I would say to talk with him if there are questions about the operation of his business. The way it works is we close at 6 and he begins serving at 6:15. I believe he has two seatings, and I think it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So.
Right, and that's
but
his sushi business, correct?
As far as I know, yes. I
Okay,
think
well,
he's
this is
doing-
your license. This is you are the manager of this license, correct?
Right, I'm
And you're
renting
the
the kitchen to
owner,
him.
and you're the
Mhm.
owner of Savor.
Right.
So you are responsible for the liquor sales in that building.
Mhm.
Whether you rent your kitchen or not, that's your responsibility under the liquor license. So my concern is when I see the advertisement for the sushi, which I'm not trying to not promote the sushi. I think it's a great idea. However, there are large wine glasses in the picture, which means there's alcohol being served in there. You do not have a license to serve alcohol. You have a package store license, and yes, you can do tastings, but tastings do not involve large wine glasses.
Yeah, I don't serve alcohol. I'm not involved in anything in that.
But there's alcohol being served under your license in that establishment. So what I'm going to ask is that you inquire to whoever you're renting to and let them know that they don't have the ability to have wine at these public, because it's being advertised to the public. You cannot serve alcohol in your establishment under that license. You're in jeopardy of losing that license if the ABC.
Well, I'm not serving alcohol. Sean represented to me that he had a conversation with you that you would allow a BYOB, and I would not allow people to bring alcohol from other places into my establishment. I told
Nor
him that I
can
would
you.
not
The
allow
law,
it. Yeah.
the law doesn't allow you to do that. So there is no BYOB unless he has a separate entrance. That's what I was trying to tell him. If it was a separate room with its own entrance and its own exit, that's different story. But your package store, that building, that whole floor is licensed under you to be a package store only. And yes, as you know the law very well, you can do your tastings with a certain amount of ounces as the liquor, the wine is for sale. However, to serve alcohol in wine glasses in that establishment under a package store license, I believe is not legal.
Well, we do all of our tasting in wine glasses. We don't use little cups or anything. We do all of our tasting in real stemware. And I mentioned to Song, you can taste out sake, you can taste those things. It's related to the pour. This is what arrangement we made at the ABCC many years ago. But I will say, I have no investment in it one way or the other, whatever the board decides. But I think someone needs to talk to Song then, because to tell him what he can and can't do. As far as I'm concerned, I have no investment in it one way or the other. And so if there's any concern or whatever, I would appreciate the board going to Song and telling him that. And of course, I'll comply with anything that the board says, so.
So this is my position, okay? So we are the licensing board and we are talking to the manager of the package store license of which we are considering to renew right now. I don't have to reach out to anyone except for you. Now, I understand you may want to have a conversation with Song, is that his name, Song? And I'm welcome to have that conversation with you present because we're dealing with your license. I'm not going to go talk to someone else about your license. I would hope that you'd want to be there and be privy to that conversation. But what I'm telling you is you are responsible for that license and everything that is going on in your establishment right now, and it may not be proper and legal what is going on. So what I'm going to suggest we do is continue this conversation to our next meeting, and you can bring Song with you if you like. But as it stands right now, if you're taking the position that it's okay for him to continue with
No,
alcohol.
I am
Okay.
not taking that position. Whatever it is you tell me is appropriate, I will comply immediately with it.
Okay.
It does not matter to me. If you are saying to me, he should not be serving any alcohol, tasting it out, anything like that, I will certainly let him know that, and we will comply.
And know
Absolutely.
that you, as you know, you can do tastings as long as you're open and able to sell that taste, right? That's the whole purpose of tasting, is for the sale of the bottle. But that's not what's going on when your establishment is closed and he's having these private parties that are publicly advertised, to draw people in. Yet he's having people come in doing tastings when the package store is closed and those wines aren't available for sale. So that's the issue.
Well, they are available for sale.
But you're telling me you close at 6.
Well, if that, like I say, he represented to me, he'd had these conversations with you. We made some, so if he hasn't done that, then it's really not a problem. It's really not. It's not an issue for me. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we sell alcohol, and if whatever he's doing, if you want me to convey to him that this is not going to be acceptable, whatever he told me that you said he could do with the BYOB business, I can tell him that that's not correct. From what I understand what you're saying now, you did not tell him that he would be able to operate with as if he had a BYOB license.
He originally had asked about a BYOB, and I told him we actually have a BYOB ordinance that you have to get a BYOB permit, right? But when one has a liquor license on that same establishment, you can't do BYOB, right? So I'm not trying to persuade you either way. I'm trying to help you be a good business and do what you want to do, right? That's the purpose of this licensing board here. So what the issue is though, is, and I'll repeat it, is that this gentleman is operating under your liquor license when the business is not open. So if you were to say that your hours are staying open and you are open to the public while he's having these parties and doing wine tasting, that means you're open to the public and the wine is for sale. So you can do the tasting, right? But if you're not open to the public and that wine isn't for sale, then to the public, then you shouldn't be doing wine tastings in there.
So you're saying if it's only for sale to the people that he has there,
and
that's
the public,
not acceptable.
Right.
It has to be, the doors have to be
The
open
door's
to the
open.
public during that time. All right, well,
this is your business. This is your liquor license. You are the one accountable for it, and to make sure that the license is being managed appropriately and according to the Mass General laws. So I understand you have the most awesome machines in there for wine tasting that you can't find anywhere. And I would encourage all of the public just to go in and have that experience. I'm not trying to stop you. I'm just trying to make sure that the operations in that business are proper and legal. So if the ABCC comes down and they see people in there and they're drinking out of these machines and sitting down and having dinner, yet it's not open to the public, that's a problem.
Okay.
So
Well,
you have choices. You can either change the way you're doing business as far as staying open to the public while these events are going on, or not have that going on when you're not open to the public.
I have no problem with that.
Because you can't use your liquor license for private matters.
Yeah, and that's not my, I don't have private matters, and that is not my business. It's Song's business. But I have no problem with saying we're, not going to be selling. This is something that he represented to me, a conversation he had with you, and that it would be like a BYOB. And I said, if you're going to have a BYOB, you cannot bring alcohol in here from an
You have to
outside
have a
source.
separate, and you can't have BYOB on your licensed premises.
Right.
He would have to,
So,
I had that conversation with him, I think it was before he was opening. He was asking how he could do this, and I told him, unless there's a wall separating your business and you're leasing that space, which means you're giving up that licensed part of your business for him to have his own business, that's one thing, but that's not happening. He represented to me that you're using the same doors to come in, the same doors to go out, and there is nothing dividing you. That is one business in there, one licensed business for alcohol. Every alcohol in that building is under your license. You are a package store, so you cannot serve wine with the exception of a tasting. And the purpose of a tasting is, like it says, package stores may not charge for any wine, have limited sizes, and the beverages tasted must be available for sale. So you have to be open for the sale. That's the rule. So, and that's not what's happening. So you tell me, because I'm not trying to tell you how to do business. I'm trying to tell you how you can operate legally under your license.
let me put it this way. There is no advantage to me for him to be serving alcohol. None at all. So, I mean, it's such a small amount that it isn't worth the risk to me in many ways. So this is what he told me, and I went along with him because that's what he said that you two had discussed. And my only objection was to say, you can't do a BYOB. I'm not going to have people bringing alcohol in here.
Absolutely.
So I have no problem with saying, we're going to have to stop whatever he's doing. You can contact him. I can tell him. And he's going to have to work something else out if he wants to continue this. The problem is that I wasn't privy to conversations the two of you had.
So I just want to be clear. So I probably had one 5-minute conversation with this gentleman in my life, and it was probably about a year ago. So it's not like, and it was before he opened. So it's not like this is I wouldn't go behind your back per se and have a conversation about your license with somebody doing something that I was struggling with when I heard about the idea to begin with, right? So I would never do that to you because this is your license. That's why we're talking to you.
Well, let me just say that's fine. Well, let me just say historically, though, where we're coming from, and John Lamourant happened to be part of the business when we were doing that. When we used to do with Matt and John and do dinners, we had contacted the ABCC and we had their inspector come out and we went through guidelines as to how we would do that.
Okay.
And they approved what we just talked about, the amount of alcohol in the glass had to be 1 ounce. You couldn't pour a full glass of wine, for example. The alcohol had to be available for purchase to those people sitting down. And you also, when you had the dinners, like John and Matt would have the dinners, you couldn't charge more for the person having wine. If somebody didn't have wine, it was the same. So we agreed with the inspector and with the ABCC. I went before the commission and they approved all of this. So that's how I did it.
Okay.
When we had Matt Beach and we had John in there, and then we had some wine tasting dinners. But once again, all those rules applied. And of course, I was there and I monitored all of that. So in any event, it doesn't matter to me. If what you're saying is I'm putting my license at risk, then they'll put a stop to it. There is no problem for me to do that. And I do think that there should be a conversation with Song as well, so that he understands that. But in any case, when we tried to do it in the past, this is the process we went through. And we went to the ABCC and we got approval for those things. But I was part of that. I was present. John knows about it.
Yeah, and you know, on Kathleen's behalf, I mean, you know, when we were in the shop and we shared that space, Kathleen was very compliant with the 1
I'm
ounce
sure.
pour, so on, so
Yeah,
on. So,
yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the new thing is this, the renting out of the space, which is different than what the business plan was prior to the sushi place going in there. So,
Because
but
you're not,
Kathleen,
Kathleen, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not even there during these events, right?
No, I'm not. I
Yeah.
usually leave at 6:15. Now, when John and Matt were there, I usually poured, you know, I stayed
Yeah.
for the dinner and I poured, and so I could monitor that. And whenever we had the wine dinners for larger parties, like up to 60 people, I was always there for the full evening. So I'm not there for song, and
let me
so
ask
I'm
you
not.
this too, so I can understand, because I went through this at the Gloucester House a little bit. So
Okay.
you lease that building, or do you own the building, or you lease
No,
the
I
floor?
own the building.
You own the
I own
building,
the
okay.
building.
So, and right now, as it stands, that, is it just the whole first floor, like the bottom?
Well, I mean, we have a basement, we have the first
Right,
floor.
but I mean where
Mhm.
your alcohol is. So your license for for your package store is for that level, that street level, correct?
Yeah.
correct.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's no second, there's actually no second story there.
The second
Right,
floor,
yeah. So tell me about the arrangement you have with him as far as your kitchen. Is it a
Well,
lease?
it's supposed to be joint use, but for the most part, Song uses it at will. So I might be in there an hour or two a month. The rest of the time, Song is using it. So we don't, either one of us do a lot of cooking because he's sushi, he doesn't really cook. And we don't, but we do have a wholesale license and distribution for the bone broth that we make. And so a couple times a month we make that, and it's a great product for many people who are sick and all of that. So we have a lot of customers that come in and get that. But other than that, we don't really cook.
And does he pay
the way
you
we
rent
used to.
for that space?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So do you have a written rental agreement?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I know when I had to deal with this with the Gloucester House,
Uh-huh.
Another establishment.
Right.
There was certain space relinquished for other people to rent and use. And when that happened, that area became unlicensed for alcohol, because by you renting it, you're giving up control of that space. So by doing that with Sang, that means that space that you are now renting to him is not part of your package store because you rented it to him. So it's no longer licensed for alcohol. So that's probably one of the differences from your prior arrangements when the awesome John Lamaran was there, having great dinner parties and wine servings and things like that. This is a different situation. This is bringing someone else in, another business is running out of your business, and that business cannot function under your liquor license. Your business is a package store, which is separate. And it's not a restaurant.
As I say,
license, it's a package store.
I would comply with whatever the, I rented out the kitchen to Song because he needed a place to go. Makes no difference to me whether, someone's renting it or not renting it, but he had no place to go, and it has worked out pretty well for him, and he's done pretty well. It's, to me personally, it's in my best interest, frankly, for him not to have any alcohol. Quite honestly.
Right.
I mean, I have no benefit from it, and
know
there is risk
that
involved.
For us to, if we were to stop, like if we were to send a cease and desist letter, the letter has to go to you because it's your alcohol license. So I know that Sang is here, but it's you that's on the license, and it's your license that we're discussing. And trust me, this is not an easy conversation for me, because I'm not trying to put difficulty to anyone, especially in business during these difficult times. I'm not trying to suppress people's desire to be established in this community, but it's a problem under this situation. And that's why I was suggesting, go ahead.
I'm sorry. My husband is an equal partner in the business. He's also an attorney.
Okay.
So, I mean, if I can go find him, we could talk to him, but I will say, you know, these are avenues that we have pursued and done things in the past, have been, you know, by the book and have been,
Yep.
so that's the way we think, you know, so, like I say, whatever the decision is, it's always a little tricky. For example, I'm renting it to him, but my insurance company, I have to insure him for them, you know, so there's a lot of expense involved in renting to someone else. You know, so I have to make sure he's compliant, but if he's not, then it's on me. I'm the one that would be held responsible because I own the building, because I own the business. So, you know, it's just it's a bit of an uncomfortable situation. As you say, you want it to work, obviously, and I do as well. But I'm not willing to risk my license. And if you're going to delay me having my license and I have to close the store,
No.
I'm not
So
willing.
please don't get that impression, because I wouldn't do that. So we're only in November, right? Not only in November, but we're starting December next week. We still have 2 meetings before the end of this year to renew. So what I was going to suggest is to, when I said come back next week, it was like maybe go have a conversation with Sang and you both come back at the next meeting. It doesn't, I'm not trying to not renew your license by any means. Know that, please know that. Just trying to resolve this issue.
Well, it's been 2 hours
I know.
tonight, and this is the busiest time of the year. I spent the entire day getting my food permit, my serve safe. There's only, you know, I mean, of course I'm willing to come back, but I would at least request that I be at the front of the docket.
Of course.
And not, but you know, I mean, as I say, whatever the decision is, whatever, you know, advice, I'm certainly not going to be going against you know, the licensing board or the ABCC.
So like I said, I think it's the choice comes down to you, though. That's what I'm trying to come across. First of all, I'm not going to not renew your license, right? There's no reason
Well,
for me
I'm
not to
here,
not
and I
renew.
can tell you, I'm here, and my choice would be for him not to serve alcohol.
Okay.
That would be my choice, and I'm willing to tell him that.
Okay.
And that I appeared before the licensing board. We had this discussion, and that it's simply not feasible under the current circumstances. Now, I would consider putting a divider if that's what he wants to spend the money for, but that's going to be up to him to contact you and find out what provision might work. And then I'm assuming he would have a separate license, correct?
So if you were to separate, which means you have separate entrances, right? You got to remember, you still need a place to go in and out. He would have to have his own separate space, separate and distinct from you, which means your package store is going to shrink. The floor that's licensed is going to shrink. And then he's going to have a separate space. And if he wanted to apply for a BYOB license, I don't know that we would give him one. He can apply for that license, right? I don't see any reason not to, but we would have to look at it and make sure that it meets the legal guidelines as being separated from your business. Then that would happen on his lease space.
Right. It doesn't
I
seem
think it's
worth-
a lot more. I think it's a lot more complicated than that too, because you need to have two exits, right? Entrances and exits separate. And that I know that space very well, and I can't see that happening.
I mean, I don't know that you couldn't share an exit, especially if it's like a fire exit, but the businesses would be separated, right? That you would have one half and he would have the other. And that's something you have to decide if that's something you want to do, right? Do you want to give up space?
I don't see that as feasible.
Yeah.
I don't think it's economically feasible. And I don't think there's a huge advantage even to Sang to be selling alcohol, because you're selling it at retail price. Now he's selling it as a restaurant. If he's, you know, it's like, I don't think there's a big advantage except that he's offering something that he would like to offer. There might be another way around it. Maybe he could offer sake tasting without charging, and then the alcohol would be available, you know, to purchase while I'm still there, which I am there for a little bit of the time. I don't know, but for my purposes, I don't have a big advantage to him having any alcohol there at all. It's actually a disadvantage to me. I'm just trying to help him make the business work. You know, I'm doing what I can to support him to make. But personally, there's no advantage to me at all for him to be having alcohol.
Okay.
So that would be my decision. If I'm making this decision, you're talking about altering the premises and all of that, I would say that's not feasible. And if the choice is between doing that or saying, you know, you can't have any kind of alcohol, period. You don't have the license for it. You know, that's the end of that. You know? I tried to explain that to him. 2 different licenses, you can't have 2 licenses in the same space. There are a lot of regulations around
And
it.
you gotta remember, you have a package store license. If you were a restaurant license, that's different, because restaurants close down all the time and have private parties, right? But they're a section 12 license. You have a section 15 license.
Right.
Not to serve alcohol, it's to sell with tasting. Right. So that's a difference too than most places that you see that can close for private parties and have dinners and things like that. You're not a server. You're a seller of wine and malts, and you have tastings to help that service.
Mm-hmm.
Not have dinner parties with closed doors, private parties where the public isn't invited on a package store. That's the difference as far as perception, you know, because some people think, well, I can shut my door in a restaurant and have a private party. Why can't I do it here?
Mm-hmm. Well, like I say, I mean, my battery is about to run out of my phone.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go find a charger to be able to finish the conversation. I don't want to just cut out. But as I say, you know, I can talk to him tomorrow and say, you're going to have to cease and desist, and then you're going to have to go to the board and discuss your situation. But as far as my purposes, I have no problem with stopping that, or, you know, just telling him, we had this conversation, I went before the board, this was the discussion, this was the conclusion we came to, and that's the way it is currently.
And if he was to come before this board, you would have to be with him because he does not have a license to come before this board. You know what I mean? Just, you would have to be part of that conversation.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
when we're having 2 meetings, we're having one
Monday, the 5th.
Monday, the 5th, and then the Tuesday, the 13th. And whatever day you choose, we will put you first on the agenda so that you be first. I wouldn't want to hold you up that way.
What is it you need to know that I haven't told you tonight?
Well, I would just like to know what the plan is so we want to approve your license. We're going to approve your license, but what is your business plan to operate legally under that license?
To
You need to
not
tell
have
me
any, to not have any alcohol in that space.
Okay, when you're closed.
Yes. Mhm. Yeah.
Because you could extend your hours and be open, right? So that's why I say you have choices. I don't want you to feel like I'm telling you.
I could extend my hours and be open, but wouldn't I have to be there?
Pretty
Or
much.
staff
Or your
member.
staff, not him, because he's your tenant.
Right. So he's there and his stepdaughter is there, but I don't think anyone on my staff would want to stay there all night.
Yeah, you'd be open to the public.
Right.
For
And I
sale.
don't think Song would want people milling in and out while he's doing his serving. That's why I leave, because I'm not going to be walking back and forth while he's, you know. So it just sounds to me that it isn't really feasible.
Okay.
There isn't, you know, now, if he says he would like to go before you, then I would come back with him.
Okay.
Obviously.
And we're going to tell him the same thing that we're telling you now.
Yeah. But I mean, if he doesn't take the initiative, then I think I just have to make the decision and move forward.
Mm-hmm. And maybe
he
have your
really does-
husband help you, you know, I mean, from a landlord perspective, you know, and I'm not trying to put him out by any means, I'm just trying to make sure that the sale of alcohol under a section 15 package store license is legal in your establishment. That's all.
Yeah. And so, like I say, I'm willing to comply with that. And we've discussed various options.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem feasible to me to have alcohol in that space.
Yeah, and I think it was a little different, Kathleen, because I also worked for Savor. So I was on premise when those dinners were happening. You were on premise. So I think that's the difference between, you know, Sushi and what Beach Gourmet had done.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a different setup, it's different circumstances. You know, like all of us have wanted to see him succeed and do what we can to help. But
Yeah.
there's only so much I can do. I don't want to jeopardize my license or my business or, you know,
Right.
for somebody else. And you know, I've told Sang, if he finds a better place to go, maybe he should have a restaurant and get his own license. He can go any day. He doesn't even have to give me any notice. I don't care. You know, just go find a better circumstance. So, you know, we're there to support him and help him do what he, you know, his dream. But he may at some point need to move on to another space if he wants alcohol to be part of it. That's what I would tell him.
Okay. So do you want to come back on the 5th or the 13th? And I promise it will be right at 6:30. We'll call you first. Unless you want a different time
Well-
at 6:30, I can do later in the meeting.
No, 6:30 will be fine on the 5th.
5th?
Yeah, the later, the worse it is, getting closer
Okay.
to Christmas, you know,
Yeah.
so,
And it's a Monday, so it's pretty quiet. I think it's a Monday.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
Mon- the
think
5th
it
is
is
Monday.
yeah, it's my day off, so I should be around. So anyway, well, thank you. It was good to have the discussion because it's been a little bit cloudy and murky.
Yeah.
And then it may be that I'll have my husband attend to
Yeah, of course.
speak to some legal aspects, but
Yep.
I mean, we've discussed various options and my feeling is that it's just not feasible to have alcohol in that space at this time.
Okay.
So that's my conclusion.
So when you come back on the 5th, we'll hear the decision of what you've decided to do and move forward with the approval of your license.
Well, I've made the decision, so it's probably not going to change between now and the 5th. But if you need someone else to be with me, if you need Sang or my husband to be with me.
Well, what I guess I would just want some, I mean, I believe every word you're saying, you know, you've come to this decision and it hasn't been an easy one. And I can see the frustration and know that it pains me to even have this conversation because I don't like to have difficult situations at this time in this world with COVID and everything that's going on and businesses struggling, right? This is the last thing that I want to do. But I'm also a stickler as an attorney myself. I try to do what's right, right? And we always let things slide a little bit, which I think is what we've pretty much done over the past year to see where this was going, you know, and I'm seeing it on Facebook. For some reason, it shows up on my feed and I'm like, I'm seeing the wine glasses and I'm like, okay, this is getting a little too much for me, like, because I just sense that this isn't right. So I believe you when you say that this is it, but I guess I would just need to know that you've told him already and it's stopped. But at the
Well,
same
I can
time,
certainly, I can send an email to Allison. I can let Allison know if you'd like. I mean, I don't mind coming back, but you know, you don't necessarily want to take time on the docket if you don't have to. That's also true, but I don't mind coming back. So I'll certainly do that if you like. And I can talk with Sang tomorrow and I can send Allison, you know, an update. This is what I told him and what have you. If you would then, and Allison can let me know that you would still like me to appear and you like him as well, or my husband or whatever. That's what I think is the best to do. Let me have a conversation with Sang. Let me report that. And then from there, we can decide. But I'll plan on being here on the 5th at 6:30.
and know too that if you're able to capture what you choose to do in an email to Allison, and I'll get a copy of that, and the decision has been made, you won't need to appear for us to approve it. It can still go on the agenda and you wouldn't need to be here. I guess I'm just looking for a resolution to this and to know that it's happened. I believe that you're gonna handle this in the way that you want to. And I'm not telling you, I'm trying to give you choices here. But if you walk away, you could change your mind tonight, or you could have a conversation with your husband and try to come up with a different idea. So that's why I hesitate a little bit.
Well, my husband will certainly take care of it. And I can tell you, and John knows my husband, he's as much by the book as any attorney you know. So he will take care of it. He and I will probably speak with Sang and say, look, we tried, we wanted to, but this is the situation. It's too much risk for us. And as I've always said to Sang, if you find a better opportunity and you want to leave, you leave that day. You don't need it. you know.
Yeah.
So we want to support you. We don't want to trap you in something that's
Right.
not working for you. We want to give you the best support. And this may be the direction you need to go. You may need to actually have a restaurant, you know, and a
Okay.
license of your own. So that just may be the way it is. And he's had this opportunity. I think we've been cooperative, we've been
Mhm.
supportive, but you know, as we go down the line, there's increasingly too much risk. And so I understand what you're saying.
Okay. So
So,
update with that, we're gonna put this on the agenda for the 5th. Whether you have to appear or not is a different story. It depends. We just want to know the outcome of the situation.
okay.
You are not at risk of your license being renewed, so please don't get that
Okay.
sense. We're just trying to resolve this issue while we're renewing it, right?
Well,
That's
I
the goal.
understand. Yeah, of course.
Well,
I
we're having the
understand.
conversation, we're all on the same page, we know what the expectations are, we never have to talk about this again, right? We're gonna resolve this issue through the renewal, but your license will, I have no reason not to renew your license. I have faith and confidence that this will have a resolution. I just want to give you that time as well, because you may come back with a different solution that I'm not thinking
All
of,
right.
right? So
Well,
let's just take a
let's
week.
plan on that then.
Okay.
Let's just plan on me being on the docket. I'll be here at
Okay.
6:30 on this. Let's just plan on that because we can tie up whatever questions or
Okay.
loose ends.
Perfect.
All right.
All right,
All
thank you
right.
so much, Kathleen, I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Next order of business, discussion, deliberation, action. We have the approval of the 2023 meeting calendar. Did I see that in the packet?
I didn't look at it.
Yes, there. I'm gonna look at it right now.
I'm gonna look at it right now too.
So this is what we renew every year. It gives us the Tuesdays that we meet and then the deadline for the paperwork to be submitted.
Yep. Valentine's Day? Really? No, I'm only kidding. I don't celebrate that.
We can approve it because we can always change it.
That's
So I
right.
move that we approve the license and board meeting schedule of 2023 as presented in our packet.
Second,
Any further discussion? Roll call vote. Melissa, yes?
John, yes.
Excellent. Approval of the minutes for our short meeting of November 8th, 2022. Move to approve the minutes.
Second,
Any discussion, corrections, deletions?
no.
Roll call vote. All in favor to approve the minutes? Melissa, yes?
John, yes.
Yes. Talking in single persons. Long night. Okay. Any other business to come before the board? Allison, anything we need to know?
No.
As part of this meeting? Our next meeting is December 5th. You heard that we will hear Saver first thing on the agenda. If it doesn't get listed first, we can just move it first. But expect to have that conversation. And if you get any correspondence regarding this matter, could you just forward it to John and I as well, and Ted, the new member? Okay. Move to adjourn.
So move.
Second. Roll call vote. Yes, yes. John, yes.
John, yes.
It's a few now. Allison, thank you very much. I hope you feel better. I
Yeah,
hope
I
you
feel better.
rest.
Thank you.
If there's anything I can help you to get done for the next meeting, please let me know, because it's only a week away.
I know, right?
Um,
Everybody.
Not
in.
even, it's less than a week.
do we have a draft agenda? No, not yet.
I'm gonna do it tomorrow. No, I got the majority of the restaurants today and I've made calls to 10 people telling them that they haven't even started theirs yet. It's been unreal this year.
Please let's not forget about Dennis Flavin. We have to add him to an agenda.
Yes, I tried to call him, but
Okay. I believe that's the only one we didn't get to tonight, and the Legion you're gonna put over too.
yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
absolutely.
All
Very
right.
good.
Good night, everyone. Have a good
Night.
night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.